How about this new one they have, their new star, Crockett?
Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm, of course, Paul Glasgow here, the one and only truth pimp, dealing you a vulgar display of logic and reason on a daily basis. Today's video is going to be a relatively quick one. I love the smoke detector, by the way. Today's going to be a fast one, and mainly because I have a very special guest coming that's going to be on for the next 2 days, tomorrow and the next day. Kyle Seraphin. What an absolutely fantastic interview that's been. So big of an interview, so long of an interview that I'm gonna have to cut it in halves because it's like a 2-hour interview. So it's about the whole Brian Cole January 6th pipe bomber thing. You gotta check this out. This will be tomorrow and the next day that those videos will play. But I want to get something out to you today because something somewhat relevant came out last night. Jasmine Crockshitt decided that she's going to run for Senate in Texas. Quick little side note, Jasmine Crockshitt is not a real ghetto princess. She's not a real queen, you know what I'm saying? She's actually a rich kid from Missouri. She's not a ghetto Texan, like she's trying to be now with the big giraffe eyelashes. That's not her. Again, she grew up in a very privileged lifestyle up in Missouri. Private school, private college, silver spoon in her mouth, money. Again, not the ghetto trash queen that she's trying to be now, which seems kind of racist because she's trying to appeal to people out there because she thinks if she acts ghetto and blackish, that people are going to vote for Jasmine Crockshitt, even if they find out that she's not really ghetto like them. The thing that probably blew me away more than anything is why would a thirsty senatorial candidate put out a video, basically their teaser video or their introductory video stating that I'm running for Senate in a state like Texas, of all places. And this shows you the mind of an egomaniac, a narcissist at work. The whole video is of Donald Trump talking negatively about her, calling her low IQ or whatever. And it's just her face. Watch the video and tell me that this isn't the sign of a full-blown narcissist.
How about this new one they have, their new star, Crockett? How about her?
She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person.
Crockett! Oh, man, oh, man.
She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
I'm sure somebody tried talking her out of that. Look, if you know anything about her background, other than the fact that she's not truly ghetto with the giraffe eyelashes, you would know that her staff hates her. Everybody who works for her hates her. She doesn't show up to work. She is lazy, not because she's black. She's lazy because she's a lazy person. Her staff says this, not me. Her staff says she's lazy. Her staff says she's an asshole. She talks down to them. She rarely shows up for work. She stays at her luxury apartment right down the road from where her actual office is, where she got to work. She never comes in. And again, she's very crude and demeaning to her entire staff. But the thing that I want to point out more than anything, seriously, folks, this girl's got an ego, and clearly she wants something better. Now, remember, her district is being done away with the gerrymandering of the Republicans in the state of Texas. So there's two reasons, and I'm going to tell you why she's running for Senate. First of all, she's getting run out of town on her congressional seat. That's about to change. She can't win the seat if it's districted correctly, if it's drawn correctly. So she has to run on a gerrymandered seat in order to win. Otherwise, she knows she's out. So this is her chance to jump from a sinking ship and try to win this. But I don't think she wants to be a senator. And I'll tell you why. And I'm being honest. I know I'm being playful because this girl she's a walking comic book, right? But at the same time, I'm serious when I tell you this. She is such an egomaniac and a narcissist. I truly don't believe that this senatorial seat is what she wants. And I mean this. Now, if she wins it, I think she'd be okay with it. She'd just continue on business as usual, not showing up for work, being lazy, according to her staff. Social media is where she wants to be. She wants to be an influencer. She likes the attention that she's gotten. She knows that the fake ghetto thing is working out for her. She knows the giraffe eyelashes are working out for her. She knows all this is working. She's not effective in Congress. No one likes her in Congress, but she's effective on social media. I'm just being honest here. I think she wants to be a, quote, influencer. She knows that she likely will not win this senatorial seat. Now, granted, she's supposed to be running against John Cornyn, but that's probably not going to happen because he's likely to get primaried out. She'll be running against Paxton in the state of Texas, more than likely, unless something changes. Paxton is blowing Cornyn away in terms of early polling and whatnot. So I think she knows she can't win the seat. If she were to win it, it'd be like a miracle, and maybe she would be considered their next star because it's unlikely she's going to win now. So if she does turn it around and wins, then yeah, I might be wrong. I mean, ghetto fabulous queen here is going to be our next or the next Texas senator. But again, I don't think it's going to happen. I think she knows that. So by jumping that sinking ship of her congressional seat going away, she can lose the senatorial seat in Texas. And guess what she gets to use that as? A racism springboard into television or podcasts or whatever. Why? Because the first thing this fake ghetto fabulous hoe is going to say is that the state of Texas voted for a white man over a black woman because they're racist. She has that cover. It's been shown. Kamala Harris just did it, right? No, the country's not ready for a black woman to be president. No, we weren't ready for that black woman to be president. Just like Texas, I don't think, is ready for that black woman to be their senator. But I think she knows this, and she sees where this is going, which maybe this makes her super smart. But she sees where this is going to wind up, and she's already planned it. Bookmark this video, save this video, share this video with whoever you want to, because when she loses, she may give it a week or two to not make it look like sour grapes, but she will come out. And she will say, I just think that the state of Texas wasn't ready for a black woman to be a senator. That's my fake ghetto queen accent. Not very good at it. About as bad as her. To be fair, guys, I'm more ghetto than Jasmine Crockshitt. I grew up right across the street from Charity Hospital in a poor household where our monthly rent was $86. Again, I grew up across the street from the Charity Hospital in the hood. Trust me when I tell you, this rich girl right here did not struggle like me. I am more ghetto than her. So I have more of a right to claim my ghetto-ness than she does. Now, I'm not going to put on the fake giraffe eyebrows, but I have more of a right to ghetto-ness than she does. So I'm claiming that right at this point. But look, guys, this is going to be a fun race. I do think she will probably get stomped. Probably worse than Beto did. Robert O'Rourke, remember him, the fake Mexican? It's funny how these people try to assume these weird ideological far left identities whenever they run for Senate in the state of Texas. Beto O'Rourke, Robert O'Rourke, faking being Mexican when he's white as rice. Jasmine Crockshitt, fake ass ghetto queen, trying to be ghetto to appeal to potentially ghetto voters. Maybe it's something in the water. I don't know. Maybe this is something that the Democrats feel like they have to do in the state of Texas in order to win. I don't know. They got Dallas and they got Austin. That's pretty high population areas. But, and to be clear, from a senatorial standpoint, she's going to pull in some votes in those major metropolitan areas. But I still don't think it's going to make much of a difference, especially with Paxton in there, if Paxton does run. Cornyn, now, different story. If Jasmine Crockshitt runs against John Cornyn, that might be a little different because he's a super weak candidate. Me as a conservative, I live in the state of Louisiana, but if I lived in the state of Texas, I'd probably sit it out. I'm not certainly voting for Jasmine Crockshitt, but John Cornyn, I don't see much better than that. I see a white Jasmine Crockshitt with John Cornyn. He's a horrible candidate. He is no conservative. So I'd probably sit it out. That's the danger if John Cornyn ends up running and wins in the primary versus going up against Jasmine Crockshitt. So we'll see. Interesting times ahead of us, but I just can't. I love the videos of Jasmine Crockshitt. I think that she is funny. I think that she is a comedy piece. I think she is a gift to us on the right. And I think she's short-lived. You're going to see her on podcasts and TV later, but her time in politics, I believe, is just about up. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And make sure you tune in tomorrow. You do not want to miss part 1 of my interview with Kyle Seraphin on the January 6th pipe bomber. It is a fascinating video, and I think you guys will find it very, very interesting as well. But what a great guest. And again, he and I sat and talked for so long, it turned into a 2-day interview. So it'll be a part 1 tomorrow and a part 2 the next day. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, guys, if you're looking for a book to educate yourself and to educate the idiots out there who can't think for themselves regarding mass shootings, go to damnliars.net. Again, damnliars.net, and get my brand new book, Damn Liars.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.